Good morning. I am freezing. I tried to go for a walk this morning. That's a negative. It is way too cold to walk in Birmingham. And like the crazy thing is it's like 28 degrees. Hi, Walk. Hi, Cal. It's like 28 degrees in Birmingham now. Really? But it's going to be like 65 degrees in Birmingham this afternoon. So the weather in Birmingham needs to get its shit together. Anyway, Jersey too. Jersey was like 60 the other day, and then literally snow, like crazy snow yesterday. Anyway, it's freezing. I'm ice cold. And I'm just getting ready for the day. I have a meeting for the coffee shop today, which is so exciting and nerve-wracking. Oh my God. There's not enough eyebrow gel in the world to put down these unruly 45-year-old eyebrows. Okay? Everybody's like, Jamie, your eyebrows are so great. You never touch them. You never pluck them. No, I never did. I don't pluck them. I don't wax them. I do nothing. But you know what? As you get older, they do whatever they want. They are unruly. Anyway, so I just want this one eyebrow to go down. All right, so really quick, my favorite player in the NFL is Odell Beckham Jr. And oh my God, this one, I wish you guys could see it. I'm gonna have to pluck it. It like will not go down. So my favorite player is Odell Beckham Jr. And if you watched the Super Bowl last night, you know that not only did he score the first touchdown of the game, but then he got hurt. Oh, I hate plucking my eyebrows, but I had to pluck that one. It just would not go down. But he got hurt. And it is excruciatingly painful to watch somebody who has achieved, who has dedicated so much of their time to a sport or to a business or to a whatever, and then see them, Amy, if you hear me say he's my favorite player, what inside you thinks I need to comment, ew? Ew? That comment could have been kept in your pocket. That comment could have been kept in your pocket. There's nothing ew about Odell Beckham Jr. Nothing. Anyway, that's not the point. Congratulations to the Rams, who played a great game. And it was a lot of fun to watch. And I cooked way too much food. I don't know about you guys, but I cooked way too much food, but it was so fun. And we ate like gavons watching that game. It was so, so fun. Okay. So I'm freezing. Hi, Sharon. So I want to tell you something that happened this morning that is a really good example of how we control our narrative and we control how we see ourselves. It's less about how other people see us and more about how we see ourselves. So this morning, Charlie gets her backpack out and she takes a folder out of her backpack, and there's a math worksheet that most of the problems are done, but there's like 2 problems that are still not complete. And she tries to like fool me. You gotta love. Oh, and by the way, really quick, that halftime show, I think it's like Michael Jackson, Prince, and the halftime show last night. That if you're in your 40s, that halftime show was right up your alley. I knew every word to every song. My kids were like, what are you doing? I went off. It was great. I absolutely loved it. And cheers to Dr. Dre for putting all of that together, because it was amazing. And by the way, Everybody on that stage was in their 40s or 50s. So we cannot use age anymore as an excuse to not be out here living our best lives. Dr. Dre's like 56, okay? Like everybody on that stage was middle-aged. And so we cannot be like, I'm too old. No, we are not too old for shit, okay? Anyway, back to Charlie. So Charlie takes out her worksheet and she says to me, I did most of this at school, but there's just 2 problems I didn't understand. So I say to her, why are you waiting until the last minute? Now follow the conversation. I say, why are you waiting until the last minute to bring me this worksheet? Why are you waiting till 7:15 on a Monday morning when we've had all weekend to do it? And she's like, whatever, I'll just figure it out then. Fine, you don't want to help me. So that was the first victimization. The first victimization was hearing what I said, right? The first victimization was hearing me say, why did you wait till the last minute? And deciding to change the narrative into, I don't want to help her. Okay, so that's the first victimization. I let that slide. So I'm like, I didn't say I didn't want to help you. I'm asking you why you waited until Monday morning to ask for my help. So Michael ends up helping her. I'm packing, I'm doing other things, whatever. And she's pouting. She's walking around the kitchen with a stank face. She's mad, she's pouting. So I finally am like, what is your problem? What's going on here? And she says to me, because you're yelling at me because I needed help with 2 problems. I mean, I can't even come to you for help. Whoa. Now you've determined that you are a victim here. And that victimization entitles you to walk around in the victim mentality, low vibrational energy, miserable, with a stank face, right? Ruining everybody's morning with your... because you created a narrative that makes you a victim so you could feel better about your lack of preparation. Hell no. Absolutely not. So I said, come over here. I said, I want you to listen to me carefully and listen to me now. Why did you just say I was frustrated with you? Because I had 2 problems that I didn't know how to do. Okay, but why am I really frustrated with you? And she looked at me because she knew the answer. And she knew the answer didn't fit her narrative. She wanted to be the victim. She wanted to walk around the kitchen, just look at how hard my life is. My mom doesn't want to help me learn. Like, I can't go to my mom for anything. Okay, so tell me why I'm really frustrated. So she finally said, because I waited until Monday morning to ask you for help. Boom! Pow, pew, 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 pew. It's a chopper. Correct. That is the correct answer. The correct answer is, you are not a victim. You are not a victim. And by the way, that behavior at 11 becomes the same behavior at 16, which I'm not dealing with. Because then you become a married person who makes your spouse feel like they're crazy for saying anything to them about the way they behave in a marriage. Oh, you're mad I took her to Target? No, motherfucker. I'm not mad you took her to Target. I'm mad that you bold-faced lied to me. And now you want to be the victim. Oh, I can't take my kid to Target. If you don't get the... No, that's not how we're playing it. And that's not how we're learning in this house. Accountability is it. You don't have to like your actions. You don't have to like the way you move. You can look at yourself and go, ooh, that was ugly. I didn't like that. I shouldn't have done that. It takes so much bravery and so much self-awareness to be like, damn, I really am playing the victim mentality. I really am out here like, woe's me, creating a narrative that keeps me in that low vibrational energy. You only have one life, and most of us are halfway through it. Let's keep it 100. Most of us are in our 40s or our 50s or whatever it is, and we're halfway. We're at the top of the mountain, folks. Do we really want to be walking around still with the narrative that like, no one likes me and blah, 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 blah. No. What's your part? Own your shit. Own your shit. Period. So anyway, Charlie had to get it this morning. Hated for her on Valentine's Day. I really do. But I just can't have that. I just cannot have that. Because, you know, if we're keeping it 100, and I hate to do it on Valentine's Day, but her father's got a lot of that in him. He really does. He loves to do crazy shit in this marriage and then be like, oh, I can't even take my kid to Target. Miss Cavender, I would say 7 years old is young, like they're testing boundaries, but this is the best time to teach them boundaries and just really simplify it for them. Here's what you said, but here's what it really is. And I know you don't want to hear what it really is because that feels uncomfortable for you, but the only way to like be productive and good in today's society is to be uncomfortable. And everybody says I'm like an old school parent or whatever, and I am in some ways, but also like I feel like talking to your kids instead of just backhanding them, which is what happened to me growing up, is new age parenting. Like, I feel like actually explaining to them, like, no, where you are right now is super low vibrational, and that's not a good space to be. Playing the victim lies to your own mind. Your mind believes what you tell it. So if you tell your mind you're the victim, your mind is going to believe you. And that's not a good look. It really isn't. And when they say you're just picking on me, you're not nice to me, whatever, that's further. That's even lower vibrational. That's like further manipulation. And then you say, no, I love you. That is why I am teaching you how to hear what is really going on, how to own and say what is really happening, as opposed to the narrative you're trying to convince yourself of. Because if you're going to go through life playing the victim, right? Your vibration, look, vibration on a scale from 1 to 10, let's say 1 to 3 is low vibrational, like where you are just lying to yourself. If you want to be a 3 in this life, you go ahead and be a 3, but you can't be a 3 in my house. I'm going to need you to be like a 7 or higher in my house. And when you move out, you can go right back down to 3 and tell the world that your mother didn't love you. Go right the fuck ahead. Join some support group. Join a fucking online Facebook crew. My mother didn't love me because she tried to teach me and made me own my shit. And, blah, and she was too hard on me because she did coffee talk and she thought she was the therapist and blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to say, kid. Join a group. I don't care. I got too much shit going on in this life to have some kids on a 3 vibration. That cannot happen to me. No siree, Bob. No siree, Bob. All right. I love you guys very much. And I hope that you have a great, great day. And happy Valentine's Day.